There was bound to be technical issues of some description.
Of course there was.
Had to happen. It had to happen. Hang on a second. Let me just see if I can close off that music. There we go. Good evening, everybody. Afternoon, good morning. Depends on where you are in the world and what time you're watching this at. This is our very first intentional live podcast.
Official. It's official.
Mark that down in the history book. This is the first planned live. Last time we did this, it was purely by freaky accident. But this evening, for us, this is our first time to go live intentionally on the podcast. Now, what I figured out, what I thought about was, as we were just pressing the Let's Go Live button, that means we don't have any bloopers. They're going to see us in our raw stupidity.
Well,
we can't edit anything
out.
It's done.
It's done.
So whatever happens, happens. Which means you guys are going to bear with us, because anything can happen. I mean, you know what I'm like in game. When I'm doing this stuff live, that can be a complete mix-up as well.
It can.
Anyway, what are we doing?
Well, we'll just could everybody let us know that you can hear us okay and the mics are live. We should have a little bit better audio tonight, because believe it or not, I'm not going to say we, BRAVOTEAM has spent the last hour and a half setting everything up. And it'd just be good to know that you can hear us all loud and clear. I can see a few of you floating about in the chat, so if you can just let me know that you can hear us good and proper. And
now, there's likely to be a sort of anything from a 6 to an 11-second delay from the time that you ask something to the time that people actually respond. So I think while we're waiting for people to tell us if they can hear us or not, first of all, I'm going to turn off that banner at the bottom, because we are now live. We're not going live. We are live.
We have Supercod in the chat, one of the moderators, and he has said we can hear you.
Hey, Supercod, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being really good and clear, 1 being absolutely, pants, where would you place the audio at the moment? Just important for us to know. Again, as everybody knows out there, we're not professionals at this. We are learning as we go. So if you could just comment and just how for you on your ears, 10 being fantastic, 1 being absolutely crap. We're in and around the net. So we're okay.
We're okay.
We're good.
We're good.
The mics are doing their job. Appreciate that, Supercode. Fantastic. Right. So
let us know how you're getting on. It's been a bit of a hectic couple of weeks, hasn't it, BRAVOTEAM, since we were last here?
It has, but before we get into that, just remind everybody, this is interactive. You have an opportunity, type in your comments. Type your comments in. We should be able to see what you say, and then we'll be able to chat back to you. Obviously, we won't be able to talk to you, but we'll be able to answer your questions if you have any questions, read out your comments if you have any comments.
And we can get your comments up on the screen for everybody to see.
We can, just like this. Hey. There you go. I'm sure I've heard you more clearly, but 8 is good. Excellent stuff. Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess in game, different story, because we're set up for that. We're kitted out for that. This is relatively new to us doing the podcast like this. So we have a couple of little microphones here in front of us. And we're just, we're seeing how we get on with it. And hopefully it all sounds okay or looks okay. And then we can crack into it.
We can crack onto it, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you for that. Appreciate it. Wayata?
Yes.
What? See?
Uata, yeah.
Wayata?
Uata.
Great to see you out there. All going well? Yeah, absolutely. Everything is going well, mate. Apart from the fact that I am No, I'm lying. I was a pauper during the week. I'm not a pauper anymore. I've done a number of scab runs to try and build things back up. And I actually got lucky on 2 occasions in resort where I managed to come out with full kits, completely full kits, without even having to go into a battle. I actually on one occasion came across in Bank a lot of what I call detritus.
Yeah.
In Bank, and there was Left Behind, there was a G&J, there was a Halloween armor, there was an Alton, and there was an AK. So on that occasion, I managed to get that kit out. On another occasion, I was coming out. I wasn't even going to go through not Hovult, the one in front of Hovult. Halif. I wasn't even going to go into Halif. I was late trying to get down to the exfil at the tunnel. And I thought, sod it, I'll go and have a look. And I ran into Halif. And in the back room in Halif, there was another dead body in there. It was just an elite, but he had, the tan boss armor,
yeah,
the IOTV,
the mall boss, or
the tan coloured one, like the mall boss.
The mall boss, yeah, that's the SD protector.
Right. Okay. I'm getting an alert here to say my battery's running low. So right, guys, hopefully that is all back.
We are absolute professionals. Absolute professionals.
Hopefully that's all back. As I said, unfortunately, it showed that the battery was running low. The power lead wasn't plugged in. My mistake. We got the power lead back in. When I plugged it in, it obviously reset the mic. So we should be okay. Hopefully you're all hearing us now. I was on the story about Halif, and I got to the point where I said
I picked up protector, yeah,
one of those
mall boss
yeah, type things, but the tan colored one, and he had an RC.
No way.
Yeah, he had an RC, and on his RC he had the flip up scope and the P-Tech that I use, and all I had to do was slide the P-Tech down to where I like it on the RC, and the weapon was
ready
as I use. Yeah,
excellent.
So that was running in as a scav. Didn't have to fight, didn't do anything. Just obviously some detritus, some stuff that people had left behind because they couldn't carry it all out. So I was extremely lucky on that.
You were.
And I've managed to restock a lot of my food supply, which was really low, and restock a lot of my meds, which were really low as well. So I'm quite pleased that I've managed to crawl back from where we were when I was down to pennies.
Yeah,
I'm back up to 20, 25 mil.
It's been rough. It has been rough. I don't know if you, well, obviously you've seen the runs and things that we did during the week and just got splattered all over resort. But we'll talk about that a little bit later. We do have Renez in the chat. How's it going, Renez? Good to see you out there live and direct. So yeah.
Boyata says that was nice. To get all of that with no confrontation. It is nice to get with no confrontation. I mean, what's even nicer is when you get into a scab run and you actually can take out a kitted guy. That there's an element of pride attached to that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I should do more running at people, and I don't. I run away from when I'm in as a scab. I tend to run away from them rather than run at them.
Well, you go into scav purely for when I'm not around. It is purely as loot and obviously stock.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's a good method of running scavs this late in wipe, that you can keep your meds topped up. You can keep your food supplies topped up. You can go and find bits and pieces, because a lot of the game now is just about the fighting. So it is a good idea to obviously get your scav runs in as and when, just to keep on top, because the meds, man, we've burnt through meds.
Absolutely.
We have burnt
through grenades.
Yes,
and grenades, and I haven't used them. I've just brought them in and given them away to people.
Yeah, well, we've given a lot of kits away to people. Of kits away to people. So, shall we carry on with it? So, welcome to this month's Midlife Monthly Sit Rep. As always, I'm Bravo 1. This is my good friend Bravo 2. and we are the Midlife Mercenaries, and this is our monthly podcast on the Exfilzone, everything to do with it, how we're getting on. We've got patch notes to look at, we've got changes to our schedule, we've got some interesting stuff a little bit later on, which I'm not going to say anything about. I'm going to leave this to Bravo 2, because Bravo 2 has a new friend.
Okay, if that's how we're playing it.
So the first thing that I want to just mention is last month's winners. As you can see, we are almost ready to get everything out. We are just waiting for the last few names to come in and get sorted. So if you are watching, just check the announcements tab in the Discord and just get in touch and just make sure that we have the details that we need from you so we can get the stuff shipped out. We're just waiting for everyone.
Yeah, I think the only delay now at getting the stuff out is we obviously want to send everything out at the same time, of course. There are a few people who have not yet reached out. All of the details are in the Discord. Just go and check the details in the Discord, and then contact Bravo1, DM Bravo1. And I know this can be an issue, but if you're concerned in terms of addresses and things where we're going to post stuff to, just let us know if that is genuine, if that's the case, and we can see what we can do to work it out. But we don't want you to miss out on having the things that you've been rewarded,
yeah.
you've been given, and you can see on the table a nice selection of things waiting to go out.
I don't know where the other box is. There's another over by the camera. There's still another box of them. So we'd love to get them all out to you guys. So if you can just check the Discord announcements tab, make sure your name's on there and get in touch, because we just want to get everything shipped now. Because it's been a month.
Yes, it had. Well, it was this time.
It was.
Yes.
It was. So
cool.
Changes to our schedule then. Not changes.
Additions to the schedule. I think, as people will know, we have been trying to look at ways of making what we do more engaging. I think we do a lot of stuff that is engaging. Our subscriber run on a Sunday, to get you guys involved in what we're doing. So we're looking at other things that we can be doing. And the next one that we have introduced, I say next, but we've already introduced it, is Wednesday evening.
Wednesday evening with the moderator runs. So every Wednesday evening now we are going to sort out a couple of our faithful moderator team to do a couple of hours with us on a Wednesday night, just to give something back to the guys that are in the chat, keeping the peace, and in the Discord. We did Renez and Big C last week, lost a few kits, gained a few kits. It was good fun all throughout, but it's just something that we want to try and progress with. And we also have a queue system now set up in the Discord, so that we are looking to do sort of...
Can I just pull you back to Wednesday evening again?
Of course you can.
Because it is moderators. That's the primary focus, but it will also be other creators.
If we plan it, or
people that we may be collabing with. And by the way, if you are another creator and you're interested in collaborating, then please do reach out. Just jump into the Discord and let us know. But Wednesday evening will be primarily running with the mod squad, and secondary to run with other creators as and when we have plans to do so.
Absolutely. And just going to interrupt the broadcast for a moment, Bravo 2. If you look in the chat, we have our arch nemesis, Paul Scotland, in the chat, or other arch nemesis, Paul Scotland. So if you can just bring his comments up. Good to see you out there, Paul. Not bumped into you recently.
Let me have a look.
He's asking, is there any way to do a raid with you both when you're on? I'm sure that we can sort of...
Well, absolutely. The easiest way, Paul, is to get involved with Subscriber Sunday, because that's pretty much a guarantee. The other way is if you reach out to Bravo1 on the Discord, then we can coordinate. The thing is, we both hold down day jobs, so I'm not saying we're not necessarily, because we're both self-employed, we're relatively flexible. However, we also have to consider the day job as well and the times that we're running. So number one, a guarantee. If your name is on the list for Subscriber Sunday, you will definitely get a run with us. If you want a run of an evening, we may not be streaming. We may be streaming. We might be recording some content. Hook up with Bravo One,
and we can
arrange something.
We are relatively flexible if people ask, but it would be good to get a run in with you, Paul. It's been nice to bump into you. Nice that you're in the chat, to be fair. So it's very good to see you, mate. Thank you for popping in. But we will sort something out.
Nice to have you there. Supercod says he couldn't care less.
Okay.
I think he's talking about giving out his address.
Okay.
So he couldn't care less about giving out his address. I assume is what he's saying. Let me see. But he was told not to speak to strange men on the internet. So I'm not sure. You won't get much stranger than this, will you?
I'll be honest with you, Supercod. We're more frightened of you than you are of us. Believe me.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I'm looking for a rematch here. I'm looking for a rematch. I've had, and anybody who's been watching will know the whole Psychomantis saga.
Yes.
Now I know you're competitive, and I'm not typically competitive, but there are 2 occasions now recently where I thought I could at least take one of the team out, and on both occasions I failed miserably, absolutely miserably. So I'm going to start getting competitive.
Yeah.
The other thing I'm going to do, I've always said I know nothing about the guns or the.
I love this. I love this.
I've always said I've known nothing about them, and I've been happy to just take a weapon, stick the pointy end at the bad guy, and pull the trigger and hope that something magical happened on my end. But I'm now actually going to learn the gunsmith system. I'm going to learn about the weapons. I'm going to learn about the ammo. I have a really good coach, the Big C with the Mod DD. So I am going to be, over the next couple of weeks, educating myself on that system. But there's other things as well that I don't consider. And this goes down, let's be, I'm not a professional gamer, right? I just enjoy the game. But there's other things that I'm not using in the game that I could be taking more advantage of. Rene's educated me about the suture devices. I thought a suture device was a suture device. You heal yourself and that was it. But apparently not. You get a better heal with a better level of suture. I just thought you got more heals, but no, you get a better level of a heal as well. And by the way, if you didn't know that, thank Rene's for that one. Okay, so there's a lot of things about the game now, rather than just running around and trying to be tactical. Not that I do, but there's a lot about it now that I'm actually going to start learning. We're how many? 3, 4 wipes in there?
4 wipes, aren't we?
So it's about time I started to learn. So that's my commitment going forward.
And I absolutely love it. Like I say, I think you will see a difference in your gameplay. I think you'll see a difference in your survivability, and I do feel that it will make you give you a more, I'm going to use the word, competitive edge when we're coming up against the Bravo team rogue squads.
You mean I might be able to kill Psychomantis?
Maybe,
that's what you're saying.
Maybe. Yeah. So stop using FMJ though and put some proper ammo in your weapon. That would be the main
It'd be a good starting point.
Supercon says, I thought you were being tight with your devices.
No, I just didn't know any difference. Genuinely, I'm not. There's no big front here, is there? I mean, it is no skill is no issue. Yeah. I just enjoyed, before meeting. I've known him for a long time, but before knowing he was into the gaming as well, I literally would just go in, run around, shoot what I could shoot. If I got killed, I got killed. That was it. And I never really bothered learning the mechanics of the game. And now, 4 wipes in, I'm going to start learning the mechanics of the game.
Excellent. We've got Folly Blues in the chat. Good to see you, Folly. Better late than never. Hey guys. Great to see you out there. Thanks for hopping into the podcast live stream. It's great to have you all out there. So, shall we move on to the next segment?
We can. We keep looking over here because, being the professionals that we are, we have notes over here.
Can you read my writing?
I can't. Well, I have. It's again,
because I can't read.
Our generation will know. I've got to take the glasses off to read the screen. Sorry, to read the notes. But I need them on to read the screen here in front of me. So, you know what we should do going forward? Maybe put the notes on the screen.
We've got that many screens going on. It would make perfect sense.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So where are we? So changes to schedule we've covered. Patch notes.
Today's patch version 1.5.11.0.
Okay.
It's a.
Can we just talk about the one patch that really excited me, which isn't today's patch, but when they got rid of the run under the bank?
Well, yes, absolutely. The patch that was a bit earlier on this week, or late last week. This is obviously an extension on that. So last week, obviously, they patched some of the known ways to get under the map in Resort, and I'd like to say Resort has been more pleasurable since, but that'd be a lie because it's an absolute meat grinder. But we haven't encountered anybody exploiting those things, if you like. Exploits.
Yeah.
Which has been good to see. However, it's took them a week to find somewhere else, but Caveman have got straight on it and patched what they know pretty quickly.
Which we're going to maybe talk about in a few minutes.
Well, yes, absolutely. Well, yes, we will be talking about something sort of related to this. So they have fixed an issue with the players could get underground. There is no more wording on that. It's just they could get underground somewhere. I haven't seen it, but it's great that they've jumped out there and sorted that out. Fixed an issue with grenades with the safety pulled could be placed in backpacks.
Hey,
booby trap bags. And I know Supercod's happy with this one. I know quite a few other people will be quite happy with this one. I have not encountered it in a backpack.
I've had it on one occasion.
Have you?
I've had it on one occasion.
I've had it in a vest, but not in a backpack. Yeah. So the booby trap bags are hopefully gone, which will make a slightly smoother looting process.
Yo, not personal. Nice to see you out there, sir. Carry on.
Absolutely. Great to see you. So no more booby trap bags.
Excellent.
They've improved a network connection user interface. So I'm guessing that's just they've updated the graphics or something on the network connection user interface.
Right. Okay. Network connection.
So when it says network issue on the screen, I would guess.
Yeah.
We've not played for 2 days, guys. We've been away at the Bravo Team HQ.
What I will say is that there was a patch earlier in the week, and after that patch, I was experiencing crashing inside the hideout.
Yeah, we both have.
Yeah. So I'm sort of hoping that that's been addressed, but it doesn't say it on the patch notes, does it? Unless that is what it's the improved network connection UI.
It could be. It could be. I think with it being the UI, it's going to be the user interface. So it could well be. It could well be. But again, until we get on, we're not going to know. We're not going to be on until probably tomorrow now, are we? Well, you might get on.
I might get on tonight.
You might get on tonight.
Not sure.
And they fixed an issue with Quest where people could not connect. Again, brilliant for Quest users. Gets a few people back into the game. Yeah. For those of you that, I mean, we don't play on native Quest, so hopefully, guys on the Quest, that should make things a little bit smoother for you if you have been experiencing issues. But the biggest ones for me on there are obviously the underground exploits and the grenades.
Excellent. I'm just going to very quickly, and it's slightly off topic, but Supercod has mentioned in terms of using glasses, and I only found out a while back that this was a thing anyway. But he has the opposite in terms of vision, I think is what he's trying to say. But he has the lenses. He's had the lenses made for the headset,
the Quest.
And I know that you can. And there's a couple of places I think in the UK now that do them. It used to be only available in the States, but I think there's a couple of places now in the UK that do them. Supercod, if you know of a place locally that is doing them, somewhere in the UK that is doing them, please do post a link or something in the Discord, because I'm sure there will be other members. There will be other members of the Discord who would be interested in that information.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't say post it here on the YouTube, but in the Discord, if you just post a link to where you got yours, and then others can have a look and investigate that. Nice tip.
Yeah, great find. Great find. We've got Valga in the chat. Greetings, midlifers. Good to see you out there, mate. Lovely that you've dropped in. Do you want to cover the next pointer?
Oh, the next point. Because, yeah, we can do that in just a second. But just before we do, Supercod, I guess this is about the grenade thing. It's a bit like when you kill someone and when you pick up the bag, you get a booby prize of death. Yeah.
Okay, it's like the old martyrdom of Call of Duty, isn't it? When you kill someone and a live grenade drops out the pocket. And
yeah, it's one of those things that you think, why? Just accept defeat, you know. But
some
hey.
people can't. Some people can't. So the next point that we're going to raise is a point that Cue Ball made last week, and it's been a hot topic of interest for a lot of players out there in the Exfilzone. It has been a real hot topic.
And we talked about it on stream a couple of times, and I had my doubts about it actually being a real thing. And of course, what we're talking about is shadow banning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was raised again by Cue Ball in the stream, and I thought I would, as we are now content partners with Caveman, I thought I would reach out and find out what they had to say about shadow banning officially. So let's see some thumbs up in the stream if you'd like to hear what Caveman Studios actually have to say from the horse's mouth about shadow banning.
We have the information that you want to hear.
I think we might have something that you'd be interested in, but let's see some thumbs and hearts going up. We should actually put some kind of a ransom on this, like when 5 people say yes or something like that.
I don't think we're that.
No,
we're at that point yet, mate.
No, okay, we're not
quite,
that kind of streamer.
Not that kind of streamer. We want to get the information out to people. We're partner creators, therefore we do our bit, get the information, and keeps
Supercodes typed in capitals. Thumbs up. Okay. Let's have a go. What was that? Rene says we tried to get together for a community event, but the hype is gone. Hey,
the community event in the Discord, I think. Obviously, it's just fell off the radar entirely. For those of you that don't know, we used to do walkabout mini golf every Wednesday at around 7 p.m. A few of us showed up regularly.
Yeah.
But if that is something that you would be interested in, it's walkabout mini golf on the Quest 3. If it's something that you want to have resurrected, then we can certainly look at it, because it's totally different. It's nothing like Exfilzone.
It's nothing like Exfilzone.
But it is a great event and game just to chat,
relax, get to know one another,
and just talk absolute rubbish.
It is good. I mean, I can't always attend. I have attended on occasions when I can, but again, apart from holding down the day job, I also have daddy taxi duties to do, and there are nights when I have to take kids to karate lessons and swimming and scouts and so on and so forth. So sometimes it doesn't work out with the schedule. So yeah, but if it could be resurrected, then I would certainly pop in as and when I could pop in.
Absolutely.
And given that we now have a new commitment for a Wednesday evening, it might be earlier on the Wednesday or a different day. Whatever works for people. But let's resurrect it in the Discord as a conversation at least, and then see what's what. Supercar has to go for his dinner, so he wants to know what we know. Okay, so I am going to read word for word what was. Now I've just pressed something, and guys, please tell me my microphone is still working okay.
Just let us know the mic's still working, because Discord's trying to switch.
Yeah, I've just pulled up Discord on the screen, and it has given me a message that worries me a little bit. Okay, so
it's working. We're good.
The bottom line is, having had a number of people mention shadow banning, I thought I would reach out to Lon at Caveman Studios and ask him, what is the actual case with shadow banning? Is it actually a thing? How do you get shadow banned? How do you know if you have been? How do you resolve it if you think it's been done wrongly? Now, I'm going to read it as it came, and then I'm going to give you what I believe the interpretation of that is. Yeah.
And this is great work from Bravo 2, guys. Great work from Bravo 2.
So direct from the horse's mouth. I'll read it the total thing first, and then I will I'll try and break it down in what I believe is actually being said. And I only say that because English is not Lon's native tongue. Yeah. So he's communicating here in English, but it's not his native tongue. And that's why I'm saying I'll break it down to what I believe. But I'll read it word for word so you know exactly what it is. So the report system was too aggressive since a couple of wipes ago, due to a lot of hackers. Besides that, many players have been abusing the report function by simply reporting players each time they got killed. KIA, he says, killed in action by them. We adjusted the reporting system so that shadow banning cannot happen in this manner anymore. So in other words, if people are reporting you just because you killed them, you will not get shadow banned if it has been the case previously. Shadow ban should not be confused with a normal ban. A shadow ban is giving the player a low priority queue with others that have the same. A normal ban will prevent the player from playing completely. Full stop. Again, shadow ban system has been adjusted recently and will rarely happen. If there are players that think they are unrightfully banned, then they can join the Discord and open a ticket under report a player. That's an important thing to note, because I know that some people have questioned whether they were shadow banned, but they're putting the question in the wrong place.
Absolutely, okay? It's a different place to what I would have expected. But go on.
So let me break down what I think. Obviously, the reporting system previously was being abused. They've resolved that by now putting a different system in place for reporting, that they're monitoring. If people are just being killed, then they're not going to ban you because of it. If you're cheating, they would ban you, not shadow ban you. Yeah. Previously, because it was so aggressive, they have addressed that. That's my view of what's happened there. Shadow ban shouldn't be confused with a normal ban. It's not going to happen as frequently as it happened before. So the reason my belief is that they would shadow ban you is if they are uncertain of your motives. So in other words, if you got reported for something, somebody thought you were cheating but couldn't prove you were cheating, then you may get a shadow ban. The idea, my belief is that when you realize you're shadow banned, you will then go to the Discord to appeal. On appeal, you will be given an opportunity to explain what the other person thought they saw, right? I'm guessing a real cheater is not really going to be appealing, but somebody who genuinely made an error, did something wrong, or the person thought you did something wrong, you'll have a good case to stand up. So the reporting mechanism is you've got to go to the official Caveman Discord, the official Exfilzone Discord, go to the section marked report a player. That's the only place you'll get this resolved. Go to report a player and then explain that you believe you've been shadow banned and you'd like to have it resolved, and they will resolve it. Simple as that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, I went on to say, after that, I said, thanks very much, appreciate that. Asked if he was happy for me to repeat this on the podcast, which he said, absolutely. So I've repeated it word for word, and I've given what I think is my version of it. I then asked if there was anything else that he would like to discuss on the podcast. And he said, yeah, that's no problem. Maybe you could share with your viewers that cheating and exploiting will result in a ban, sometimes a permanent ban. We encourage players to play as intended and not cheat or exploit. We are continuously updating the game so as to prevent these exploits. With the help, this is an important part, with the help of everyone who reports. It has been really appreciated and helpful. So, in essence, the message from Caveman Studios, don't cheat, don't get involved in cheating. If somebody comes to you with a cheat and say, oh, look what I've discovered, discourage them and report it. It's as simple as that. Now, I know I've fallen foul to people saying to me, oh, but I know how to do that. And I'll go, yeah, go on and show me. But what you're doing by doing that is you're encouraging them to do it with us. Now, I know that some people will go, yeah, I'll have a look and see what you're doing, but I'll never use it. But then there are people who will go away and use the exploit. So I would encourage, you know, all of the Bravo team, all of you guys out there, all of our Discord members, all of our followers, if you come across a cheat, be the bigger person. You can report what you discovered without reporting an individual if that's what you feel. So you can go to the Discord and say, hey, are you aware that you can do X, Y, Z as an exploit? I was shown by another player. Leave it at that. You're reporting it to the dev. If they are aware of things, as he said, it's helpful and they can deal with it. If they don't know about it, or if there's a proliferation. So in other words, I'll just pick a really random, stupid thing. If, for example, you know how to mod a gun in such a way that it is an exploit and it's giving you an advantage, then don't fucking show other people how to do it. Excuse my language.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Don't
show other people how to do it. If somebody comes to you and says, let me show you how to do it, say, no, thank you very much. But now I know that it can be done. Go to the Discord, report it. You're not being a grass. You're making the game better for all of us. So that's my take on the cheating. There's always going to be cheats. There's always going to be people exploiting it. But we don't have to help them spread the word, because people will, if they're shown how to do it, they will use it. And the more you encourage somebody to show by you watching and by you looking at it, they'll show it to somebody else, and then somebody else, and then somebody else, and it just proliferates. That's the word. Difficult to say on that one.
Yeah, I can believe it.
But we don't want that. So somebody's got to stop it. Somebody's got to knock it on the head. When it gets reported to you, when somebody says it to you, I can do this. Great, thank you. Don't want to know. Carry on, and then just go to the dev and report it in the Discord. I think I've overcooked that one, but I tell you what, it's really nice that Caveman communicate that kind of stuff to us so that we can get that
out to you guys. Absolutely. And it's great to know that they are actively trying to sort things out behind the scenes and behind the silence and behind everything that's going on. They are trying to fix it, and they need us to report these things so they can be fixed. Not just, oh yeah, you can do that, but just, and it'll bring people back to the game. It'll make the game more enjoyable. So
yeah, and for people, and I'm going to do this to Bravo 1 right now, right? But for people who think I report it and nothing happens, just because you don't get an answer doesn't mean nothing's happening. I'll say that because I know Bravo 1 has reported a number of different things, or sent a number of different communications to Caveman.
Yep.
And had heard nothing back.
Heard nothing back.
Right. So don't assume just because you don't hear anything back that they're not doing anything with it. They will be getting lots and lots and lots of comms over the course of any given day, any given week. They're a small dev team, and they will be dealing with things rather than reporting back to people. Otherwise, you'd have to have a full-time comms person just responding to stuff. So don't think that it's ignored. He has said they appreciate it and they investigate them. So
they want the player base to help them build the game, and that is why it is in alpha stage, and still a very good game.
Fantastic game.
Cool. Let's go back to the chat for a minute then. Let's see who's in. So, sorry, Renez, did I read that incorrectly? One of the questions from Valga was, do you guys play Forefront? That is a no. Exfilzone only on this channel.
Sorry, where are we?
We're up a little bit. I've had to scroll back because you've been relaying the intel.
Do you guys have a gold bar on the table? Yes, we do have a gold bar on the table. It is here underneath the boxes. He said he has a 3D model of it, as Valgar has a 3D model of it, so you can 3D print it.
Excellent.
Very good. Supercut working.
Yeah, the audio.
All right. Okay. Cool. Also, I have a blind box model. I see one on the left of the screen. Let me know if you need one. On the left of the screen, there's a number of them.
Over here.
There's a number of, these are actual boxes rather than 3D printed boxes. These are actual boxes that these models will be posted out with. These excellent.
We've got Kugler in the chat. Hey, sexy people, big reminder, Caveman Studio is only a 10-man team.
Yeah.
Bravo team needs some snacks on the table. Where's the snack?
There's a Mars bar.
Snack there.
There's a Mars bar there. There's a can of what do you call it? Thing, that energy drink.
Energy drink. Yeah.
There we go. I shouldn't name brand name, should I? Oh yeah, that one's not. That's off brand. That one was off brand. Sorry, hang on a second. We've got. Where are we? My stream keeps jumping, guys.
Don't worry, guys. We're all professionals.
Just bear with me for a second. It does keep jumping. Blind box, we got that. Enjoying the stream, got that. Well done. Here we go. Well done. Good to get some info on these things. So it did exist as suspected, but I never saw it myself. Yeah, absolutely. And that was my sense, Supercard. I thought it was an urban myth. But we now know what the situation is. And we're hoping that as we progress, and with your help, all of your help, as we progress, we're hoping that Caveman will trust us with more and more information that we can actually bring to you guys. Because, it's already been mentioned, they're a small team, they're a 10-man team. But we know as the player base that communication is key. And if people don't have the right information, they'll fill in the blanks themselves. And 9 times out of 10, when they fill in the blanks, it's not right. So if there are people who can communicate to the player base the right information, the relevant information, then it will not pacify, but it will make the player base feel included.
Yep.
It will make the player base feel a lot better about what's actually going on and that things are happening. So for example, they get notifications about, let's say, running under the map. They get notifications about running under the map, and the player base are talking among themselves in various different discords, in Facebook groups, and so on and so forth. They're talking among themselves, saying, "Yeah, I reported it. Yeah, I reported it. Nothing's happened. And nothing's happened is them thinking, I didn't get any feedback. Nobody acknowledged the fact that I reported it. So they feel nothing's been done. Whereas Caveman are thinking, we've got all these reports, let's deal with it. Let's work on it. They're not thinking about responding. They're thinking about dealing with the actual issue itself. So, if we can be a mouthpiece, if we can communicate, if we can get the information, if they trust us enough to pass us the information, that we can communicate the information to you, then I think that's a good thing.
It is a good thing. It gets the information out there in front of people so that the blanks, as you say, aren't being filled in. So JJ's in the chat. He says every time they put snacks out, Bravo 2 sticks them in his backpack.
What? What are you trying to say?
Yeah. Well.
But they just go back to the hideout.
They do.
They just go back to the hideout.
They go into your fridge. Into your fridge of. My fridge is the fridge of depression at the minute. So. All my food is gone. I'm down bad, mate. I'm down bad.
The Supercard says he's going to watch the rest later. His wife is looking at him. I'm spending the night talking to a pretty young lady. I showed her your faces, and I'm still getting that look. Which one of us is not pretty? Well, what are you trying to say? Right.
So let's talk about the meat grinder itself, Resort.
What would you like to say about Resort?
What the heck is going on in Resort?
Well, it's getting active.
It's getting very active. It is getting very active.
Isn't that what we want?
It is what we want, but mate, come on. There's some juicy boys in Resort. There is some juicy boys in Resort. Running folk. The Resort map at the minute is so much fun. So much fun. The kitted fights that we've all been yearning for. There's not as many nakeds running around a Resort. Or this last week, there hasn't been as many nakeds running around a Resort. There's been people juiced up to the eyeballs. Don't get me wrong, we've lost more kits than we've taken out, but my word, the fights have been immense.
But I think that, again, a lot of that is down to having resolved the running under the map issue as well.
Yes, people have come back in droves.
That was putting people off playing in Resort. I know that when I was running in Resort, even on scav runs, I was running down one side of the map rather than going up across. Avoiding around the bank area, avoiding that main road area completely. But I think it's a good thing. I think it's great to see the action back in resort, even though I bloody well die even more now.
But at least we're getting the fights.
Yeah,
at
absolutely.
least we're getting the fights. We're going to a bank. We're getting contested by 3 fully juiced guys. It's the fights have just been phenomenal. Like I said, and for the kits that we've lost, it was. I don't mind losing a kit if the fight is good. I don't mind that at all.
Yeah.
So it's great to see everybody back in resort. But what I do want to say is I want people to start running DAM.
Hang on a second.
On,
what's Volga saying? Am I misinterpreting that? Naked Stream. Oh my! I saw Naked runs a lot, but Naked Stream first time. Did you lost a lot of your gear? So are you broke?
We have lost a lot of gear.
Yeah, but no, I'm not broke because I've
broke.
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier on this podcast, I've run a lot of scav runs and rebuilt. But we went through a 3-4 day period where we were running in the evenings, sometimes on stream and sometimes off stream, and we died a lot with some decent kit on.
Yep.
So we lost a lot of kits over a short period of time, which had an effect on what was in the bank. But we've no, this guy's got millions in the bank. I haven't. But yeah, we've managed to recoup it. Like I said, I'm back up now to like 25 million. I've got a full fridge. I've got a full med kit. So yeah, I'm pretty confident that we're back on track. I've taken out a couple of decent kits, so I'm quite happy with that. So yeah, I'm not broke at the moment, but we got very, very close to it. We got very, very close to it.
I wouldn't say I lost a lot of gear, but on the subject of funds, if JJ is in the chat, I just want to say a big congratulations to JJ for hitting the 100 million mark. He managed to race ahead of me in the last few weeks, and he's got the 100 million. So JJ has reclaimed his title as the richest man in Exfilzone. So JJ, well done, brother. Well done indeed.
So Kugler.
Yes.
Why can't I?
It's all right.
Kugler. It's saying juicy players aren't leaving anything for us scav players. And what else? I'm sure everyone wants fast fights. Then it would be resort or tunnel for long distance fights. Subs might be a tiny bit of DAM. Subs and maybe a tiny bit of DAM. I'm guessing that is. Yeah, absolutely. Resort definitely killing fields at the moment. 100%. The tunnel. Yeah, another scary place.
It is. It's a different kind of fight. People are playing fast, aggressive, and semi-naked in the tunnels, and I like to play.
What about that stupid play I made the other night that I just realised today?
Well, it's out there. If anybody wants to watch the highlights of the Subscriber Sundays, it is out there, and it's the first raid on there where BRAVOTEAM makes a silly mistake. And we only realised today, didn't we?
I only realised it today. Should we tell them what it is?
I'll let you tell them.
Well, we were in with Bravo 1 and
Health Rose,
and both of the boys got killed. And I was being the hero. I took out 3-4 players.
Yeah, three stack.
Yeah. So I took out the other team anyhow. And managed to pack up the guys' kits, got everything packed up, and ran across the bridge from what's the area called? From the dock office.
The dock office, the cargo zone office.
Cargo zone office. So I ran across the bridge to the other side, which is the freight. No, what's it called?
The checkpoint area.
Checkpoint area to the exfil. Put the guys' bags down. Yeah. Ran back across the bridge, getting shot all the time, of course. So now my armor's weakening and so on and so forth. I'm medding up and
it's all on the video.
Yeah, and I ran back across to loot the team that I had taken out, looted them, and start making my way across the bridge, only to die to 2 scabs. 2 of them came at me, simultaneously and basically took me out. Now, two big mistakes I made here. Number one, I didn't reload my magazine, so I was running around with an empty magazine. So when the scavs came,
when the moment came,
I could tick, click, click, nothing happening, right? But the bigger mistake, which we realized only today, is that the exfil right beside the office was open. Why I went across the bridge will forever remain a mystery.
It's that thing that when you're under pressure, your decision making isn't as clear as.
Yeah, but that's not even, that's like muddy. That's not even.
Well, it's.
Yeah.
It happened. The kits were lost again.
And I had the opportunity to be the hero.
You were the hero. You just didn't reload your weapon. A 50-round drum mag in a G3 with no ammo in it.
No.
And you carry all that ammo in your bag, in your pouches. And where was it? It wasn't in your gun.
It wasn't in the gun.
It wasn't in the gun.
It was not in the gun.
But going back to the maps, the one thing that as I mentioned, that I'm slightly disappointed with this wipe is the fact that Dam isn't as busy as I was hoping it will be. I get that people want the fast in and out fights, go in, have a fight, drag a kit out, go in, have a fight, die. I get that, but I think for some more technical fights, Dam would be a good map. But as we said the other day, I think if you hear gunshots on Dam, by the time you've transitioned the map and got to where the gunshots were, the guys have packed up and gone. So one change that I would like to see is either more teams. Well, it would be more teams in Dam. It wouldn't be either. It'd just be some more teams, just to push a little bit of PvP. Because the fights on Dam.
So you mean increase the numbers?
The team count in the Dam.
Right. Okay.
Because we have had a few good fights in Dam, but they are few and far between. Dam just feels like it's a very big map with not a lot of action at the minute. And I'd like to see that change because I
would love to see Dam and suburbs turned into some form of competitive zone where teams could actually compete against teams rather than just exfil. And I know it is an exfil game. I know it's an extraction shooter, but I just think those two maps lend themselves to a not necessarily protect the flag, but more of a mission focused.
You see that I get what you're saying. It is going off away from the exfil kind of thing. But those two maps, I get what you're saying about they are ideal for that kind of situation. Is suburbs not on the original contractors?
No, it is. It's on the showdown.
Right.
On the showdown.
And I've not played. I've only played.
I mean, all of the stuff that we're going through, all of the maps that we're going through on Exfil have versions of
in the contractors game.
In the contractor showdown game.
Cool.
Yeah, the battle royale.
So I think what we'll do now then is we'll open the floor up to any questions. If anybody in the chat has any questions that they want to ask us.
Hang on a second. Valga is asking, has anybody seen the Russian word XYN, I'm guessing, on a phone near the mining farm in Hideout?
Near the Bitcoin farm. Near the Bitcoin
Russian
farm.
word on the phone. Right, okay, so the Bitcoin mining farm in Hideout. Can't say I've actually noticed it, but go on, tell us, what does the word mean? I guess that's what's coming.
Be very, very careful.
Yeah.
It's a family stream. It's a family. I've not got that comment. That comment's not come up. I don't know if my stream's lagged out. It normally does. I'll
just refresh it. You should be okay.
No, it's not come back. So yeah, if you've got any questions, guys, please do drop them in the chat. It's a very bad word, guys. Okay, I appreciate that, Valga. Thank you. Thank you. Bravo.
Is it a rude word?
He says so. Bravo 2 could have led us down a very, 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 very strange path there.
Okay.
So appreciate that, Valga. Let us know in the Discord. Let us know in the Discord where we won't get taken off air. So come on, guys, get your questions in. There's not been any questions posted in the Discord, I don't think, or has there? Let me check. Dun, dun, dun. So it is worth saying at this point as well, guys, is tomorrow morning I will be opening the running list for the subscriber Sunday super stream, which last week was just a phenomenal stream.
7 hours.
7 hours in the headset, 7 hours of fun. It was brilliant. It
didn't feel like 7 hours.
No, it didn't. It didn't feel like 7 hours. It was so much fun. So if you are interested in getting involved and running and possibly losing a kit or getting a mission done with the Bravo team, then make sure you get your names down. Now, it is getting more and more popular. And we'll say the same again. If you get your name down, you will get a run. I think we had 6 or 7 people last week. So if we get more people, it's going to be a longer stream. We may have to take a 30-minute break midstream because we were wrecked after that stream last week.
Absolutely.
But we'd love to have you running with us, whether you're new or an existing member. Just come and get involved because it's just pure fun. The laughter.
Yeah, and we will run with everybody who's on the list.
Absolutely. Yeah. If your name's down, you are coming in.
Yeah.
And that's how we run it. So Not Personal has got a thoughts on the deployed shield from Battle Royale. Bravo 2, this is something that you know more about than me.
I haven't played Battle Royale for a while, so I'm not sure what you mean by the deployed shield. I'm guessing that is something that's been recently added to the Battle Royale. My history with contractors has been I started with the original contractors game. I moved from the contractors game across to the Battle Royale. And then as soon as Exfilzone came out, I moved across to Exfilzone. I think I've gone back to the Battle Royale twice since moving to Exfilzone. And one of those was just to show you what the Battle Royale was, because you didn't do Battle Royale at all. So unfortunately, in fact, the last update from when I was actually playing the Battle Royale was when they introduced the vehicles. So the vehicles for me at that time were relatively new when I left Battle Royale. And yes, I'd played around with them for a while, but they were sort of my last big update with the Battle Royale. So I've no idea what the deployed shield is to give you any commentary on it. However, maybe one night we could go in and do a Battle Royale for shits and giggles.
We can go and have a look at the Battle Royale. I don't know how busy it is at the minute, but we can certainly go and have a look. Like I say, I've only played the Battle Royale once, and that was just to give it a try. So Not Personal is saying they have a deployed shield you can take cover behind. So I'm guessing that's one of those ones that you put out in front of you and open up, and it stays static, that you can take cover behind. So if you're in the open, you can drop your shield down. And
right, okay, yeah. I don't think it wasn't. I don't believe it was there.
It probably was. He probably just didn't know what it was.
No.
He probably just didn't know what it was. But it would be interesting to see how that would be carried, because obviously it's not something that's going to fit in your backpack, is it? A great big deployed shield. So whether you have to carry the shield in one hand with your gun, it's not anything that's come into the game anytime soon.
Yeah, inventory is slightly different in the Battle Royale. Yeah, it's more the typical sort of flat screen interface where you select. So yeah, I don't know. It's been a while since I played Battle Royale, so I would be just making stuff up if I was to try and comment on it. So I won't do that.
So Not Personal saying that it would be good to see one in Exfilzone as an in-raid item. Now that gives a different dynamic to it, so you're not carrying it in. And Kugler's saying that for balancing, it would need to be heavy, make a loud noise when deployed, and you cannot move it after being deployed. So if you put it at the top of the staircase, it stays there and it blocks your exit that way. It also blocks the people coming up.
Right.
So it's sort of like a double-edged sword, if you like. So once it's down, it's down. Also very good for holding a position in a building,
I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess.
Like I say,
it'd be interesting to see.
So Renez is asking, is there anything that you want to see added in the next wipe? I would love to see queuing lobby for the team in order to trade stuff or hand over kit in the queue.
Absolutely, would love that. I've said that from
like a pre-rate.
I've said that for a long time. Yeah, and you sort of have that kind of in the battle royale because they load you into a pre-lobby where you can muck about before you actually get deployed into the game itself. But I agree, if there was like a mutual hideout where you and your teammate could meet up and exchange
your kits and get ready before the raid.
Get ready to go. I think that would be a really good idea. So that would be a nice thing to see. A couple of things I'd like to see. I'd like to see the gun racks back. I'd like that.
Bring back the gun racks.
I would also like to see a vending machine for feeding and drinking in the maybe not so much the drinking because that's easy to do, but for feeding in the hideout, so that rather than going to your food supply, you could literally go to a vending machine, push a button, be charged a couple of dollars, and your food is replenished.
Yeah.
So you know then what stocks you've got on your shelf, but you can go to the vending machine. So the stocks on the shelf you can take in the game with you, and you can go to the vending machine and just like you go and heal yourself, you can feed yourself.
So it could be on a timer sort of thing that you can only do it once an hour or whatever. So you are still eating into your supplies, because I think supply management is a key part of the game.
But you could, I mean, very similar to the gunsmithing thing, you could actually supply the vending machine yourself by just bringing back stuff from raid and putting it in. So you're still going into your supplies, but you're keeping your rations for your raids.
Good idea.
Where you need them. So you, instead of having to go around, do I open this? You just go to the vending machine, you go, boom. I mean, that way then, things like I don't often use, things like apples.
An apple a day, bro.
The red chocolate bars. Stuff like that you could feed into the machine, which would replenish that. You press a button, you're
healed again without chomp down something in the hideout, because nobody likes the eating noise in the.
These are just wishes, guys. They're not.
Yeah, this is nothing official. This is just what we're talking about.
A wish list.
A wish list.
So anything else you'd like to see?
Do you know what the biggest thing I'd like to see is the SSR noise back.
The noise.
The noise for the SSR.
Sod how effective it is. It's the noise.
The noise of the SSR. Right, okay. The fear that used to strike me when I heard that noise.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd love for the Seika 17. Now, if you've been watching the streams and keeping up with things, the Seika 17 SSR is not my gun anymore. I cannot use it for whatever reason. I think it's because I've not used it for 2 or 3 wipes. But I would love nothing more than to hear that absolute beast of a sound come back. Big Meow's in the chat. Good to see you, buddy. I wish my snacks would stay in the fridge. Bravo too.
Yeah, it's a thing. You stick a red chocolate bar down on the shelf, and suddenly everything ends up in your conveyor belt.
But interestingly enough, you think that there is a mouse in the hideout that's eating your stuff out of the fridge?
Well, I've had a number of occasions where I know that I've had stock in the fridge. You think I'm dreaming. You think I'm making it up. But I've had stock in the fridge, and then when I've come back into the game to play or to stock up or to get something, I look at it and I go, I'm about half the chocolate bars that I had, or half the sausages that I had. And they're gone. And it's not like they're not just ending up in the conveyor belt. They're just gone. And I can't account for it.
It's an excuse, ladies and gentlemen. It's an
excuse.
It's
not. You know what I'm like. When I'm scav running, I'm hoarding food and I'm hoarding meds. So 9 times out of 10, I've got a pretty decently stocked fridge. But sometimes I come back and it's like
where's it all gone? So is there a little
mouse
eating
or you're breaking into my hideout?
I'm definitely not breaking into your hideout. There's nothing in your hideout that I want Bravo to, except for your GPUs. So JJ saying if junk boxes were cheaper, people wouldn't have a giant pile of crap on their shelves. That all has to be rendered in every time you turn around. Yep, that's a fair comment. That is a fair comment. Junk boxes are overpriced. I'm still using the original. I've not bought a junk. I think, oh, I've got 2 small ones or what? I've only got 3 junk boxes.
I think
the original ones that you get either with the game as you progress or the DLC. I don't know if you get on with any DLC, but I've only got 3 junk boxes, and everything else is either stacked neatly until you breathe on it and it turns red, or in the bin.
What else have we got here?
So red chocolate bar is the worst, black one is the best. Now, the red chocolate bar is actually a very overpowered item.
Is it?
Yeah, it gives you a lot of energy and a lot of...
The red one?
Yeah, the little red one.
Oh, right, okay.
I'm sure the little
See, I'm learning. Every day's a school day.
I'm sure the little red one's a bit of a beast. I'll have to check it, but the ultimate food is obviously the gingerbread man. So we've got Professor VR in the chat. Greetings from Venezuela. It's a great game, Exfilzone, but we, the small streamer, need more attention of the creators of the game. We have their attention. We have their attention.
We are getting their attention. Yeah.
As a whole, though, the whole streaming community. Is being not well. They obviously. I don't know what the word is. Anybody that is streaming and putting this game out there on YouTube for others to see, as long as obviously you're playing legitimately and you are doing the right thing to help the game progress, that's what you need to be doing as a small streamer, definitely. Caveman are doing everything that they can to keep the game moving, and as Kugler has already said, the development team is only small, but they obviously know what's going on YouTube. They monitor what people are putting out. They just can't respond to everybody, and that's it.
Yeah, I think it is just a case of picking away, doing what you can, and I think, you know, Professor, I'm assuming you as a streamer. I mean, we should all be helping to build the player base, because the bigger the player base is, the better fun it is for every single one of us. Every single one of us. And I think if we're seen to be in support of the dev team rather than, not against, but rather than criticizing, if we're critiquing rather than criticizing, I think that's a better way of putting it. That's more supportive and helpful. But I think we're going to see the dev team getting more communicative as the game progresses. That's my feeling.
That's your feeling.
And I'm certainly, you know, I will play. And again, you know, you don't know much about my day-to-day stuff, but I as a person, I will be doing what I can to get comms between us and the dev team.
Yeah.
Because I'm a big believer in, you've got to take some personal responsibility. You know, I feel it's my responsibility to reach out to them rather than wait for them to reach out to me. So I will be that individual who messages them, who contacts them, who will watch out to see when they're online and stuff like that. It's just part of who I am. And I think we all need to, and I don't do it in a pestering way.
I do it to explain yourself.
No, I'm not explaining myself. What I'm trying to do is advise other creators that there are ways to deal with this stuff. Instead of thinking, oh, the dev team aren't being communicative, just accept they're a small team and maybe they need an elbow, maybe they need a nudge. You know what I do in my day-to-day life.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know the teams that I work with, and you know how sometimes those teams don't communicate. Doesn't make them a bad team. It just makes them bad communicators. And when you know that somebody's a bad communicator, if you need the information, you've got to take responsibility for getting that information.
Yeah,
does that make sense?
Of course it does. Of course it does. Well, the one piece of advice that I will give you, Professor VR, is just keep playing, mate. Keep playing the game. Keep enjoying it, and just keep playing the game. That's all we can do.
Play the game, report exploits, report cheats, and get active in the Exfil official Discord. If you know, as a streamer, get active in the official Discord. Post your questions. You may not always get an answer, but the very fact that you're active in there and that you're posting, you're showing your interest in the game. You know, and don't be the individual which you see a lot of. Don't be the person who moans and complains and groans because the dev they won't have the energy or the bandwidth to deal with that. Yeah,
absolutely. So Rennes is saying that the price system in general is a bit strange. We're talking back in the game now. They could use way smaller numbers in general. Inflation in Exfilzone seems to be very high. I don't think it's priced realistically. I think that's for a reason. I think they're just figures on things, aren't they? It's the in-game currency. So right. Like for like ammo and junk box and things like that. But I think
so the price system in general is a bit strange. They could use way smaller numbers in general. Inflation in Exfilzone seems to be very high. Yeah, I'm guessing though, if we're talking about it's a war-torn island with a poor economy, so if you look at any real-world war-torn economy, inflation is a thing, isn't it? So instead of
trades,
instead of something costing you $1, you pay $50 for it. And it's just my guess is it's not realistic, but it's aimed at that fantasy.
Okay.
The island is in trouble.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Jet Sauce. I do wish more people played Damn. I never see any people in there as a solo. No, mate.
I'm with you. 100%. I'm with you. I would love to see. I love the map. I absolutely. If you go back to the first time we went into the new Damn map, and you just heard the joy in my voice when we landed. Yeah. And we ran across the map, and I was like, my God. Yeah. I would love to see more people going into Damn. I'd love to see more action in Damn. I'd love to see more reasons for people to go into Damn. I don't know what they're going to be, but I'd love to see a lot more, maybe high tier loot, maybe something else that would
bring people in,
drag people back in there.
Bring the teams in. Like I say, Damn is such a good map, but just the fights just are non-existent. As you say, you can run around Damn for 40 minutes or whatever it is and not see a soul. Rennes is saying that the devs don't speak, they act. That's way better than the other way. Absolutely, Rennes. Absolutely. And we can see from the patch notes over the last week, they have done a lot of work.
I agree, but I also agree that people need comms as well. People need to feel that they're being listened to.
Absolutely, and that's
absolutely, yeah. And that we're doing what we can
to get stuff out,
to communicate.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So Kugler says, I feel like the people in Damn are doing scavs or early tasks. Yeah, more scavs in Damn and task runners. There's been a few task runners in resort in suburbs just recently. We've come across a few task runners.
Suburbs been busy recently on a couple of occasions that I've been in. Might be a leaning towards it, but
it's a roll of the dice with suburbs. You can either go in and it be empty. You can roll the dice again, go in and come across a couple of kitted teams, and you can roll the dice again and come into a raid with a load of level 3 task runners. It is a different. I suppose that's the beauty of it. Or you can go in and find nobody. But that's the beauty. That's the beauty. So it's the right size map.
I'm not sure what's been said here, Professor VR. We play every day, many hours Exfilzone. Perfect.
Yeah.
The small streamers.
So he's saying that he's a small streamer that plays many hours.
Okay, cool. Excellent stuff. What else have we got? Jet Sauce. By the way, guys, if you're new to the stream, this is our first planned live podcast.
Yeah.
We normally do a recorded podcast. Last month we did a recorded podcast, but we were doing the draw for the goodies that we were giving away, and we decided that the draw should be done live so that it was transparent. And we ended up live streaming the whole of the podcast. The audio wasn't fantastic on it because it wasn't planned, and it was better audio on the recorded version.
Yes.
So, but this month we decided we'd do it live, which I'm quite happy with that, because the involvement from you guys watching it live, getting your questions in, I think that's all fantastic. I think that's great. But if you are new to the stream, please do me a favor, go and just subscribe to the YouTube channel. I say this in the game all the time. It costs you absolutely nothing, means the absolute world to us. if you're playing the game, if you're interested in playing the game, join us in the Discord, because our Discord is an active Discord. There's a lot of members in there who are looking for running partners and so on and so forth. And you get an opportunity to run with us on a Sunday when we do our subscriber Sundays,
yes.
subscriber runs.
And you can see this because Kugel has been in with Dark Snake in got absolutely wrecked in suburbs. Renez has been in with Dark Snake and got absolutely wrecked in suburbs. Love it, boys. Love it. Yeah. So we've got 12 people or so in at the minute. 7 likes. If you can just hit that like button, just make sure that we are getting our stream out there to different people who enjoy watching Exfilzone related content. So is there any more questions before we move on, Bravo 2, do you think?
I'm not seeing any other questions in there.
We'll give it a minute. If you see me looking down at my leg, it's because I've got my phone.
He's got his phone.
Trying to. So I'm not looking interested on the stream because I'm looking at my phone. So I should just put it there so I can monitor it a little bit easier. There we go. I'm not looking down at me, looking like I'm asleep now.
We need to get you another monitor over that side, don't we?
Yeah. Should we do that for next time? Get all the computers set up so we look like we're in there.
We look like we know what we're doing.
We do know what we're doing. We're professionals.
So let's have let me ask you guys a question that are out there. I think you said there's about 14 people out there.
Yeah.
Right. So what are your thoughts on doing live podcasts going forward? How have you thought today has gone? This podcast. What do you think we could add to the podcast as a feature that might make it even more interesting and better for you guys? And I'll get him to put his hand down in a second. I've lost my thread.
I know it do, yeah. I know it do, but I know what I want to bring. That's all I'm saying.
So it would be interesting to know your thoughts on what it is we're doing at the moment, because again, we're doing this for you guys. We want to. I guess entertain and educate would be the main thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Entertain and educate. So what could we do? Yeah, what about Twitch, Rennes?
So
Rennes says, what about Twitch? Twitch is in the planning.
Twitch is in the planning. It is ready to go.
Can we just, if I say what I have felt about Twitch and we've discussed,
go,
and that is we will be on Twitch. Our focus at the moment is to build the YouTube channel. Now, I figured if we got to 500, we would then maybe go onto other platforms. But I think we're doing well at the moment, securing and building the base on YouTube. And I think once we get to 1,000 members on YouTube, 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, I think at that point then we have a reasonable number of people that we can carry over to Twitch with us. Because at the moment, what we might end up doing is splitting our viewer base across 2 platforms and ending up with lower numbers on both of them. Whereas if we can concentrate, and I'm just being transparent, okay? If we can concentrate on growing the viewer base on YouTube, then when we open up on Twitch, we can afford to reduce those numbers with people moving across to Twitch. And I know some of you will say, oh, but we would watch on both. Yeah. And that's great, but Twitch will come. My personal belief, and I may very well be talked out of it, but my personal belief at the moment is we hold off until we have 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. We got a solid base on YouTube, then we can look at another channel.
Absolutely, and I'm with you. I'm with you all the way, because a lot of people do jump across between Twitch. And I mean, we're guilty of it as well. We're watching other people. But like I say, it's all about supporting the other creators, and we go where they are live. So it's different. So we will be doing it, just not quite yet. So we have Mr. Big C in the house.
Yo! Oh, he's still in captivity. How are you communicating, Big C? You're still in captivity.
But do you want to say, Big C, you are officially Bravo 2's mentor in gunsmithing. He announced earlier on in the stream that he is having gunsmithing lessons from you, the Big C.
You're my gunsmithing mentor.
That's it. So
Gunsmith Supreme.
So Big C is asking, are you guys going to do memberships? Now that is a very, very good question.
Sorry, what was it? I didn't hear a word you just said.
I saw you were concentrating on the
chat. I didn't say a word you just said because JJ has suggested that I could close the podcast with interpretive dance. Just let that sit.
Hands up if you want to see it.
That's not going to happen.
See it. Let's see some hands up in the chat. Let's see some likes in the chat. It is going to happen.
That is never going to happen. As long as I've got a hole in my ear. You thought I was going to say
I did.
That is never going to happen. Okay. So carry on. You said what was it I missed?
Big C's question to us was: are we going to do memberships on the channel?
As yet, not been completely discussed or agreed on between us.
Yep.
However, the likelihood is
that down the line, yes, we will be doing memberships that will come with certain benefits. We can't discuss any of it at the moment. It's not going to be a sort of one size fits all membership. We are going to sort of make sure that whatever we do, we are giving back to you guys, or giving you something back in return, because it is, believe it or not, it's extremely difficult to manage the stream at times with different bits and pieces that are going on in the background. But memberships are definitely something that will be coming, not straight away. It's not our main focus.
I think it's also important to know, and I think anybody who's watching us or has been watching since we started will know, we are definitely trying to build something here. You know, it started out as not so much an accident, but an incident.
An idea. It started with an idea.
It was, you know, it was going to be, let's see what happens. And it all began basically out of our love for the game, really, truly enjoying playing the game, and both of us doing that. And everything that is happening has been sort of organic. It's just, we've moved from step to step. We've talked about membership, but we haven't talked about it in detail. We've talked about a number of different things. But I think one of the things that we both agree on is we want to build something really special here. We want to build a community. And I think the bottom line is everything that we do going forward is going to be about encompassing that community, about involving that community, about being inclusive with that community. And, you know, you guys are a member of that community, and that community for us are people who have a similar love for the game, who enjoy a laugh, a joke, running around, shooting stuff, but, you know, not the best skilled, not the show-offs, not the braggadocious type.
I don't even know
what that word is. But it's just about fun.
Having a place for everybody of all skill levels to be. And hopefully you guys, and this isn't me being sort of like, I don't know what word is, but hopefully you can see from the outside that we are trying to build something a little bit different and a little bit special. Everything is small steps to get where we want to be, but we are going to get there.
We're never going to race at it. We're not in this, you know, and look, let's be again transparent. You know, the YouTube can be monetized, Twitch can be monetized, all of these things can happen. As much as we would like for that to happen eventually, that's not why we're here. Absolutely. That's not what this is about. And that's why we're not charging into, you know, to get the most subscribers, to do clickbait or do shock tactics or anything like that. We're not doing any of that. We are literally trying to build a safe place, community for people who are like-minded to enjoy the game.
And get the game out there.
If it monetizes as it grows, it will monetize. You know, it will happen if it happens. But that's not the primary. That's not the primary reason we're here. I know there are certain creators and streamers and such that's purely why they're doing what they're doing, and good luck to them. There's nothing wrong with that. We just have a different motivation. It's not saying it's right. It's not saying it's wrong. It's a different motivation.
It's a different motivation. Yeah. Again, it's we both have day jobs. We're doing this just purely out of the love for what we're wanting to create. However, Big C has asked another good question. What about auditions for Bravo 3? It's been spoken about in now. That is a good question, Big C. But we're gonna draw a line under it, mate. We're gonna draw a line under it. It's been discussed, and a decision has been.
We are a two-stack who run with 3 people occasionally. Our sense and feeling has always been that the person we're running with is our honorary Bravo 3. I've had a number of people who've said, "Oh, you know, I'm going to change my username. I'm going to," and it's like, you know, okay, I can't stop you from doing it, but the bottom line is, for us, the sense is it's Oscar Bravo 1, Oscar Bravo 2, and if you are running with us, you are Oscar Bravo 3. That's what I believe. That's how I feel about it. And I'd like to get to a point in the game where when we're running with people, we have that. We say Bravo 3, and you know who we're talking to. So I'd love to get to that point. Yeah, the other option for me, I think, would be an honorary Bravo 3 position for a given period of time. And the first stopping point for that would be the mods. It would,
but I think
I prefer it the first way.
Absolutely.
I prefer it and I hope you understand. I hope you're on board with that. But yeah, I think I would prefer to have whoever we're running with is our honorary Bravo 3. We always see it that way.
We always see it that way, exactly, and we don't want to take that away from the value, from the core value of the channel, if you like. So we've got Wise Lizard in over from Shaven's chat. Good to see you. Wise Lizard saying, "I just want more eyes on this game and VR in general." Yes,
absolutely,
we do, mate. We do,
and we all can play a part in that. Every one of us can play a part in that. You, right now, right this minute, every single one of you, 12 of you out there right now, every one of you, by simply liking this, by writing a comment on this, the algorithm, if you know how YouTube works, the algorithm will go, "Oh, people like and enjoy this. Let's push it out to more people who are like these people," right? So every little action that you create, every minute that we stay on here, everything that we can do on YouTube will spread this out. But you can do other things as well. You know, why not start a streaming channel yourself? Yeah. We've got a couple of streamers in the Bravo team.
Yes,
anybody
absolutely.
who's in our Discord is the Bravo team. Yeah. So we've got a number of streamers in the Bravo team. And it doesn't have to be a competitive environment. We will run up against Bravo team members. We'll run up against other streamers. It doesn't have to be combative or competitive. We can all share the vision, and we can all let other people know that this game, how good this game is, and we can get more people into the player base.
However, Psycho, Mantos and Co, we are coming for you. Your cards are marked. Your cards are marked.
Even if I'm going solo, I'm going.
Yeah.
Big C's going to kick me out with a gun, and I'm after you.
That's
it.
But it's not competitive, guys. It's not competitive at all.
I meant competitive from a streaming point of view, but you know what I mean.
So Rennes is saying it's the best decision to include everybody. You guys, Bravo 1 and Bravo 2, and the whole community is Bravo 3. Exactly, Rennes. Exactly.
Yay.
Absolutely love that. That's the best decision. I love it, Rennes. Thank you. Thank you.
So an idea for the next stream, green screen. So this is Valga. Green screen.
I'll take notes.
Plus alpha channel and stream. You got to remember, we're not experts at this. We are completely new to this whole streaming and podcasting stuff, right? And stream your background from the game's hideout for more immersive.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm sure that we could achieve that. So we could key out the background and put
the hideout in the background.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's something to think about. I'm not sure we'll be set up for it the next time, but it's certainly something that we can.
We can look at. Obviously, everything's a development thing, but one thing that I do want to see, I'm going to say it, Bravo 2.
Go on.
I want to see the Bravo team members on this screen involved in the podcast.
Ooh, you're now talking Zoom.
Zoom. Get some Zoom involved.
How would you guys feel about that? How would you feel if we Zoomed the meeting, the podcast? We Zoomed the podcast and streamed it into YouTube, but had you guys up here.
So it's a great big conversation
on the screen.
It's a great big. Let us know in the chat if that's something that you'd want to see, and B, would want to get involved in.
Valgo says he's a little bit of a programmer himself, so would like the name Bravo Zero. Okay.
So Big C's in the chat. Do you have any AP Bravo 1? And that's with a $2 super chat. Big C, you know my AP stocks are running very, very low. Mate, we've lost it all. Big C, Big C knows how rough it was this week. Big C knows.
He was there.
I'll see what I can scrape together for you, Big C. I'll see what I can scrape together, but we'll see what.
So what's he after? AP for
556 for his DD, obviously.
556.
Yeah. I
think I've got 2 stacks. You are more than welcome to them, Big C. More than welcome. I've still got to bring you in some gas. Not gas, some rust.
Rust cleaner. Yeah.
I've still got your rust. So rust cleaner.
You wouldn't have to have your face on the Zoom call. You can put a little avatar up. We'll just put your player name. You don't have to show your face on the stream. It would just be cool to have people up there. Just obviously this is interactive, but we could get it even more interactive. We're just thinking of ideas. It could technically be a little bit difficult to make Zoom conference. Too many factors, parties. Yeah, I suppose you've got a point. How about one special guest per month? That we got one of the Bravo team members in.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that Zoom would be that difficult.
Might get a bit chaotic in the chat when everybody's talking. I get that.
No. The presenter can actually mute all and just turn people on when they. Actually, the presenter can't turn them on. They can turn themselves on when they're ready to talk. But presenter can mute all on Zoom. I use Zoom for my day job. So it wouldn't be impossible. I'm not saying it's going to happen just yet. We're spitballing.
We're spitballing. Yeah. We're scratching around for ideas, guys.
Oh, you got the rust cleaner. Sorry about that, bro. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Okay, so have we covered off everything on our list?
We've covered everything off on the list. We'll give it another 5 minutes of general chit chat to see if any more questions or anything come through. How's your soda water and lime?
Soda water and lime has gone down a treat. It's gone down too quickly, though.
So Valgar's going to cross his fingers for that. No worries. We'll see what we can do. Anything is possible in the Bravo team. You should know that. We're not.
We're open to try anything. And then the beautiful thing about where we're coming from is we're new to the whole thing. So we're experimenting, learning, developing. As we go and having fun with it. Having fun with it. Yeah.
Kugler's saying, guess the date on when the wipe events. Not even going to hazard a guess. There's been no announcements, Kugler, and I don't want wipe to happen anytime soon. I am having too much fun. All bets are off.
Yeah. Not saying anything.
And all bets are off. All bets are off.
Yeah.
We're saying nothing. We don't know anything. We don't know anything. So I've written down that we need a green screen. I've written down that we need another computer.
Okay.
I've written down that we need more cameras. Some boom microphones.
I'd be happy to see Rad Fox, a streamer girl, playing with you. She has done so much for the community. Rad Fox is freaking brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I've got to say I haven't looked at any of Rad Fox stuff now for a little while, but that's just because I've been so busy. But in the early days of this game, I learned quite a lot from.
She did a brilliant breakdown of all the quests. Earlier on in this white. But you say she doesn't stream. However, she has been on one of our streams. Not featured by us, but we ran into Rad Fox outside Halif.
Yes. But wasn't it Rad Fox that gave you that gear in Metro?
It was
Tell that story.
A few wipes ago, before we started streaming full time, we were still playing on Quest 3, and I actually bumped into Rad Fox in Metro. I was naked. I was doing it. It was before the paid runs. You had to pay $200,000 for Metro runs. I spawned at the top in the sewer locked room area. I heard a team spawn up at the top of the sewer near the ladder. So I hid in a corner with my pistol like this, and Rad Fox and a friend ran past, and I sort of aimed a pistol, and I saw how geared they were, and I said, "You didn't see me there in the shadows, did you?" And they turned round, and they're like, "Oh, you're naked. You're naked. Do you want this?" And they gave me a backpack full of gear, GPUs, golden elephants. There was so much high tier ammo, and then they escorted me to Exfilzone and got me out. It was a brilliant experience. But then the next time we ran into it was in Resort near a couple of wipes ago. We ran into it outside the boutique near the construction site.
Right. Yes.
But then the most recent encounter with it was at Halif. She's a real G. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Brilliant creator.
Absolutely. Do you know what? That would be another really good thing to do. For the podcast, is if we could interview other streamers. We should reach out to. What do you think of that, chat? We should reach out to other streamers and interview them. Now I know they're across the world and everything, but the Zoom idea.
Yeah.
We could bring up another streamer.
Pre-recorded interviews on the things that we can introduce it. That's a good idea. Oh, Stream Elements and Botrix are fighting again.
Are they?
Yeah.
What are they fighting?
Yeah, Stream Elements drops a link in, and then Botrix just shuts him down. It ends up being a big fight. The AI are never going to take over, mate. Looking at this. I'm just waiting for the time that Stream Elements has been timed out by 30 seconds. I love it.
So our AI is fighting against itself.
Yeah.
Smiling Knight, nice to see you there. When is the next wipe?
There is no news on the next wipe. Next wipe is unknown. Nobody knows. But hopefully not soon. Let us know, Smiling Knight, how far through the game are you fully geared? Are you sort of mid-tier? Let us know how far through the game are you wanting wipe to happen, because I certainly am not.
We could start a lottery, can't we?
A lottery?
Yeah, or what do they call it when everybody gives their guess for when wipe's going to be? Not a pool.
Oh, I know what you mean. Like a yeah, I know what you mean.
There's a word for it. I know there is
a word, but this is the second time today we've had a word for something and not been able to think about it. But
that's our age.
That is our age.
Oscar Bravo stands for something.
Yeah, it does. JJ, I have a thought. I watch a streamer single player games only. He's a bit of a screamer on jump scares. I assume his watch is wide up to the screen so you can see his heart rate on screen. That you are not going to see my heart rate on screen. Absolutely not. Absolutely not going to put my my heart rate on stream, especially after the big fights. The heart rate will be very, very high. But it could be done, JJ. It could be done.
Yeah, but no. Have you seen the little dance that Bravo 1 does when he's on the fire?
And that, guys, is the end of the stream.
Have you seen the little? You just go back and watch some of the streams when he comes on the fire. The little dance he does.
So Smiley, I'm changing the subject entirely. Smiley Knight is at the point where he has too much. Give some to us because we are poor. We are very poor. We're not that poor. We're not that poor. But I'm just enjoying playing the end game Smiley Knight. This is my favourite part of Exfilzone. Running into resort and getting absolutely destroyed is my favourite part. The fights are great. The fights are great.
Valgar says he has an animated airdrop model. You might use it for your lottery.
I think he's put some stuff in the Discord. Again, guys, I've been away I've not been having anything to do with socials or anything like that for the last couple of days, so I need to check up. But I do know Valgar, I think, has posted a few bits in the Discord. I think he is a little bit of a creator himself. He's got some good creative ideas to do with Exfilzone, so we'll definitely check those out.
Excellent. Well, while Bravo One's gathering his thoughts and looking at what's going on the stream, I'm just going to remind you guys, if you're out there and you haven't yet subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do subscribe to the YouTube channel. It means the world to us.
We'd love to have you.
Costs you absolutely nothing. As the Bravo team, we stream now 3 times during the week, which are fixed streams. We have our Sunday afternoon subscriber runs. We have our Monday evening midlife missions. That's myself and Bravo One as a duo, running our own raids and trying to fill the bank up again.
Yeah.
Anything that we need to do.
We're past missions now.
And we now have our Wednesday evening runs, which are with our mod squad and with other content creators, streamers, in the community. So those are the 3 days that we run. Please watch out for it in the stream. If you're in the Discord and if you've subscribed to the YouTube channel, you'll get a notification to let you know when we're running. The podcast comes out monthly. It's this time every month we do the podcast.
Yeah, absolutely.
It looks like we're going to carry on doing it live.
It's looking like it's getting a good reaction.
It seems to be working. Bravo One does a lot of work on our long form content. So there are a number of long form story based videos in the channel, in the YouTube channel as well. We'd love for you to have a look at those and give us your opinions on it. We're still looking to see if we can locate Big C. If anybody has any clues as to where NTG are holding Big C, then we'd like to have some information, some intel on that so we can go and rescue him. So follow along with the story base. Let us know what you think about it. There's also some short form stuff there.
There is some short form. The short form has dropped off a little bit because we've been so busy. But like I say, the long form videos, we would love for you to check those out because it's just us being a little bit creative and doing something a little bit different, bringing a different take, to Exfilzone, rather than just the standard stream format. So yeah, it's good to get my head into those videos and tweak them together.
Excellent. So before we wrap it up, competition, no prizes, just a kudos for spotting it. There is at least one new item on the table this week.
Oh yes, and I'm just going to say that it's not the gold figurines or the boxes.
Well, the gold figurines aren't new because they've been on the table.
They have, but there is.
Yeah. So not the gold figurines. Okay. There is a new in-raid item on the table. Can you spot what it might be? The only prize you get is a kudos for getting it.
Appreciate that, Smiling Knight. We don't need gear, mate. We've got millions in the bank, and we say we're poor, but we
appreciate the sentiment. We had a couple of bad we had a couple of bad runs which made us feel like paupers, but we're there. We're okay.
There's one room in my hideout I don't like to use. It's all display pieces. All of it. It's not gear for you. It's display pieces.
You can sell them and fill up your bank.
I was talking about all the
gear that you're taking away from people.
All the boss gears and stuff like that. So Cougar's already sold all his high tier items, so he's 10 mil up. Nice. Again, there's a few bits and pieces in there that we can sell, but I don't. Yeah, okay.
We're okay. We're not poor.
We're good. We're good. If you see the titles to say that we're losing kits, then we genuinely are losing kits, but we're in a good place. We're in a good place. We're enjoying it. We're enjoying it as well.
Absolutely loving it at the moment. This has been my favorite wipe. This so far has been my favorite wipe, even though we've had a couple of small issues along the way.
Yeah,
this has been my favorite wipe. Absolutely.
The game is playing absolutely phenomenally. Yeah. So I think we're going to end it there, guys, because it is late. I'm hungry. How long have we been at it?
I'm hungry as well.
How long has it been going? About an hour and a half? What's the timeline on, guys? I can't see what the timeline's on.
Whatever it is, it has absolutely flown by.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's been absolutely amazing to see you all turn up for the podcast. I will do a slightly edited version, which I'm not going to rush to upload. 1 hour 42 minutes, almost 2 hours. Yes, that's what we're like. I will do a slightly edited version with a few.
Yeah, I don't think the podcast's ever going to turn into a 7-hour stream.
No, you never know. You never know. What about? Should we do? No, I'm not even going to suggest it. Right. Yeah. So we appreciate every single one of you dropping in once again. We are going to be live this weekend.
Yep.
There might be a little bit of a collab on the cards this weekend with a certain. We did speak about it yesterday briefly.
Okay.
But obviously, you've forgotten all about it because
Remind me.
you go and see. I'm not going to say anything on stream. We need to make sure it's all confirmed first.
Yeah. Okay.
But like I say, so yeah, we've been the Bravo team, and we're going for our dinner because it's late and we're hungry. Please hit the like and support.
Well done.
Appreciate you, Kugler.
Appreciate that.
So yeah.
I'd like my first collaboration as a streamer to be with you playing Exfilzone. I have several hours available each day. Prof, DM Bravo1. We will set something up.
Yeah, make sure you jump in the Discord.
Go to the Discord and DM Oscar Bravo1, and we will set something up.
Everything we do is through the Discord. It may not be this week, but we can certainly look at it.
We will certainly get something up and running.
We appreciate everyone. So yeah, Kugler's just banging it. Kugler's just banging all the links in. Yeah.
Excellent stuff. Thank you.
Right.
Okay, so I have been Bravo2.
I've been Bravo1.
And we will see you in the raid.
Bravo2 doesn't understand latency and sound delay when you're on the headsets. This is what I can't get through to him. I do it right every time. He just can't get it right.
Oh dear. Right. Okay.
Press the stop button. Come on.
Stop button. Is there a stop button? Hang on a second.
Please tell me there's a stop button.
Is there a stop button? There is a. Well, there's one of these.
Bye.